Frank here. So today I will introduce the King-Long VITI electrical principle diagram to you, and in order to better learn this diagram, we must have a basic understanding of King-Long wire hardness. So the most important part of the King-Long wire hardness is the wire number. So I will show you some picture of the here. As you can see on this picture, the wire harness, each wire harness have the wire number is the 4-digit number. They are different, and they are represent the different meaning of each wire. So as you can see, 2725, and that means this wire, and we can see others 1082. Okay, so as you can see, we have 4 digits of each wire harness. But what's the meaning of this number? So I will show you. In the first 2 digits of this number, that means the group of the this wire harness. The last 2 digits means the series number of this under this group. So for example, like this 1301, as you can see, the first 13, this first 13, okay, cannot change. Okay, so the first 13, that means is the ignition starting system, as you can see. So all the wire number is start by 13 means that this wire is under ignition start system. Under this system, so under this system we have so many wire. So the series number for 1301, 02, 04, like this 06. So in different series number, they have different meaning. For example, like 01 means ACC power, 02 means own power. So that we can know in different different first 2 digits number have the different meaning of the group meaning. So for example, like this 1311, 13 means this wire is under ignition start system, and 11 is number 11 wire in the starting system. So the meaning is safety relay control terminal. That means is output by processor. Later I will introduce this wire to you, but right now we only need to have a basic understanding of this wire. That means this wire have 2 digits. The first 2 digits is meaning the group. The last 2 digits is meaning the series number. Okay, that's the basic understanding of this King-Long wire harness. So let's go back to VITI principle, electrical principle diagram. So in this diagram, we have 2 parts. One part is the cycle. You can see this electrical cycle logic, and the second part is the phone. So in this electrical diagram, we have the number mark. You can see number 9, number 15, number 17. So what's the meaning of number 9? You can find on this phone. A natural gear relay. Number 15 is the starter. So you can use this phone to understanding better of this electrical cycle. Okay, so let's starting to show you this diagram, the starting logic part. So as you can see, this area is the starting logic area. So I will introduce this area content and show you how this electrical system make an engine start and inside the logic control how to clean out, shut down the engine, something like that. So I will show you. So the first part we can see here, number 1 is the battery, and the number 2 is the number 2 is the manual power switch. Is the main power switch. I show you the picture. It's better to understand. Here you can see this is the battery, and here the red handle is the main power switch. Is also the vehicle main power handle. So if we turn on this handle, our vehicle will have the power supply. Okay, so we can see this power is come from here, turn right and go down, waiting here, and go here, waiting here. And for upside, you will go up and go through a fuse, and just go here and go down and turn right. Okay, so I clean here. So we have the power supply here for when we turn on the close the main power handle, and we have the power supply here 3005, and here go down. Okay, and that's easy for you understand. It go down to here. You can see it goes through a fuse and go down to here. So I will clean here. It's more easy to understanding. And there's one more thing I want to introduce to you. Like I said before, the 2 first digit, the meaning, you can see here is 3003, and here 3005, and here 3063. Now, what's the meaning of 30? The meaning is the battery power supply. Battery power supply. So, if you see any electrical part have the battery supply by 30XX, that means when you turn on the handle, when you connect the main power handle, the electrical part will get a power supply, and it's different between the battery power supply and the key power supply. So the key power supply means not only you need to connect the main power switch, but also you need to rotate the ignition key to the position ACC, position on, or position start. So by the different key position, we have the different meaning. For example, key on power supply and key ACC power supply and key start power supply. So they are different. So there's something you need to note about it. So in this area, I go to the diagram 2. Is for the battery power supply. Some electrical part like monitor system. When you connect the power switch, the monitor system will working to recording all the situation in the bus. So in this area, you can see off, ACC, on, and starter. What's the meaning? Also, you can see number 14. What's the meaning of this area? Is the starter key switch. Is the ignition key switch. like you need to insert the key and rotate. Is under the turning steering wheel and driver seat, behind the driver seat. So we know this is a ignition key. If we insert the ignition key and rotate to ACC position, you can see it will go down and go up to here, and then we'll go to here and go down. Okay, and to make it clear, I will just mark from here. This is the ACC, and also we'll go to here and go to here. Means the 1301, like I showed you before, is the ACC power to tell the VITI processors. Right now, I already turn the key to ACC positions, and then, as you can see, this 1325 will activate this relay. This relay will close this switch when it is activated, and he will go down and waiting here, and go down. One side is waiting here, another side will go to here, and one for the heating system. So go through the fuse and for heating system. The heating system is not related to our starting system, so we don't need to think about it. And the rest will go up and go through the fuse and go up to here. So this is the key on power supply. It's different from the battery power supply, and here you will go down, here will go down, and also here will go down, and another side is go to for other electrical system. And as you can see, this line goes through a fuse and go to the engine ECU power. That means is telling the engine ECU right now my key is insert and already turned to the ACC positions. It's a signal to our engine. Usually we will say is the key power to our engine. And we have a key power, then of course we have the battery power. So as you can see, here is the battery power. Go through the fuse and go down to engine ECU. So it's a different signal, the power supply to engine ECU. Okay, then we need to figure out another line. We just said there's one line go up and go through the go through the fuse and go to here and to down and turn right. Okay, and for another line, as you can see on this diagram, is here. You will go through a fuse and go here and go up and turn left and turn down to activate number 7 relay. Okay, and we'll clean here, but only show you is go through here and this relay activate. Okay, maybe we change another color to mark. Okay, this is ACC power. Go to here and activate this relay, and then what will happen is here the switch will close and go down to here and go down to here. So what's the meaning to go here? The meaning is we give the starter a power supply, the core power supply for our starter. But right now the starter will not working, will not engage to our engine and rotate to make an engine start because we not excitation the starter magnet. So it just give the starter code power supply, but not give the magnet, not excitation magnet. So the starter will not work yet. But later, when the starter is excitation, the magnet, then starter will rotate and will engage to engine. So later I will show you how is to get a magnet excitation. Okay, and that's the ACC power, and then we will show you the on power. So if we turn our key to on position, you can see it go down and go turn left. One side is go up, and same way with same logic as the ACC. As you can see, this ACC is go up to here. So it's the same logic. So I will not show you this line because the logic is same. So for another is from here. You can see go up and go down to activate number 4 relay. Clean here. So number 4 relay will activate, and here switch will close and have the key on power to our buses. Key on power supply for our to our buses. So this is the way to from here on position. And another is turn right and go here and go to here and go down and go down. And what's the meaning? You will activate these two relay. One is 25, one is 27. As you can see, these two relay will activate. So if these two relay activate, we will know this switch will close and go down, go to here and go to here, go to here, go to our engine ECU. You need to notice here we have a switch. It's 22 switch. So what's the meaning of this 22 switch? The meaning is real flint out switch, and I will show you a picture. At once you see the picture, you will understanding. So here this real button is means number 22. So if we not press this switch and our key is in on position, and our engine ECU will receive a signal that from here goes through the flint out switch and go to here. But if we press down the engine start, the real button, happy to start button, this switch will turn to here, turn like this. Then this signal will not go to engine ECU, but go here for the engine compartment light 27 in indication lamp starting per habit. It will show in engine compartment door, in engine compartment line lamp will light on and tell you right now my engine is per habit to start, because I already pressed down the per habit start button. Okay, but normally we will not press the button down. So it's easy to go here to go to our engine ECU. And for another relay, you can see here the switch will close and tend to here. So if we tend to here 1525, the meaning is right now my key insert ignition switch is in the on position to go to the VITI processors. Another way is go to here and go to here and go to here. And you can see in this switch and this switch, you go to these two switch. And what's the meaning of 19 and the 26? The meaning of 19 is the real starting switch. Like I show you this picture, is this red picture, green button. Okay, and if we press this green button down, you will make our engine start to running. But later I will show you the logic. Right now I want to show you the start by the ignition key first. Later I will show you how to use this button to start the engine. First we go back to the ignition key to start engine. Okay, so just leave this switch alone, and later we'll talk about it. And for this 26 switch is the gear neutral gear switch. That means if you transmission or gearbox is in its own neutral position, this switch will close. So normally is in neutral position. This is also protect our transmission, and it will go to here 1327. You can see 1327. Go to here. You just go up, turn left, go down, and 137 to activate number 9 relay. So number 9 relay, the meaning is the neutral gear relay. So if you turn on the key to on position and your gearbox is on neutral position, this relay will activate. Okay, so that's the one thing you need to know. Will activate, will close. Okay, then this is the on position, key on position, and the logic. Then we will introduce the start position. So the start position, you will go to here as same as the on position, but also go to here and go through a fuse and go down and go through this number 18 switch, go here and go to here. And if we turn we already know this 22 means the this read stop button. If we press this button down, the starting signal will not go through to 1326. Will stop here. But normally it's not pressed down, so it can go through to here and go through to here. So you can see it goes through to here. So if our gearbox is not on neutral position, this relay will not close, this switch will not turn on. So also will this starting signal will stop here. So I just want to know, normally is in neutral position. It will go up and go down, and to activate number 10 relay. What happens if the number 10 relay activate? You can see, then this switch will close. And also, because the number 7 relay already activated by the ACC power, and we have the power supply from the battery and go down to here. Oh, sorry. Let's go down to here and go down to the starter. And now you will excitation of the starter magnet, and the starter will engage with our engine and make the engine running. So when you already start the engine, you will turn ignition key to the on position, and this start logic is finished. But sometimes maybe some driver will keep the key on the start position, then our starter and engine will always engage and for running together for a long time. That will cause our starter damage. So we have a protector relay for our starter. As you can see in this VITI diagram number 2, VITI diagram number 2, we can see here we have a VITI processors, and in these processors we have a sensor for our engine RPM. So this is a sensor of our engine RPM. If we receive our processors receive this engine RPM for more than if our engine if our VITI processors receive engine RPM more than 8 seconds, means after 8 seconds you will output a signal 1311, like I told you before, to activate the protect relay. You more than 8 seconds. It means this right now my engine already running and is running more than 8 seconds. So I need to make sure my starter is not engaged with the engine. So I will output a signal 1388, and you can see 1388. Sorry, clean. We change another color. This green one is good. So 1388 will go to here, and 1388 you can find here. 1388. Okay, we'll activate number 8 relay. We'll activate this number 8 relay. And what happens if we activate this number 8 relay? You will cut off here. So when you cut off this line, then our number 7 relay will not active, will unactivate. If this unactivate, then here this switch will be turned off, and if it turn off, our starter will not have the power supply for coal, and also will not excitation to our starter magnet. So the starter will not rotate, also will not have the power supply. Then the starter will out of the engage or to engine will stop working. So that will protect our starter. Okay. So basically on to right now, I already introduced to you the starter logic by ignition key and then I will show you how to using the engine compartment door switch to start our engine. There's one conditions, is the key must key on. So this is real line will still working, but this pink line will not working. Also this red will not working. And the protector relay is still not activated, so this still have the power supply, and here still have a power supply. Okay, so I just tell you about this number 19 is the engine starter, real starter button, this green button. And there's one thing I not introduced to you is this 20 switch, Mark 20 switch. It means the engine compartment door. So if we can open the engine compartment door, then this switch will close and will activate this relay, and you will turn to here. So when we open the engine compartment door, you can see this switch is changed, and if we still using key to start, ignition key to start, then you can see you will not walk out from here because it cannot go through. It stopped from here. The start signal cannot go to the this area, cannot go to relay number 10, so cannot activate our starter. So there's two protection. They have two protection way protect. One way is engine compartment door open, we cannot start engine. Another is perhaps start switch. If you press down this switch, also engine cannot start. Okay, and if we want to start engine from the real side, the first thing we need to open the engine compartment door. So normally this switch will close, and you will turn like this. And then right now, if we press down the green button to start, and this signal will go up, go through here, go to here, go to here, and it's same as the ignition key start. We must make sure our transmission is on neutral positions, and go up. Is activates relay number 10. Then the rest is the same thing. Okay, so I will not introduce to you because I already show you. So this is how to using a real switch to starting our engine. So that's all the starting logic for our VITI system, and this is the most compressed part of our VITI diagram, electrical diagram. The rest is more easy for you to understanding. So as you can see, the rest basically is like the sensor go to the electrical signal go to our VITI processors, and the VITI processor will output some power supply to our electrical part to make sure it's working. For example, like a phone fog lamp, real fog lamp. If our processors receive the switch, like phone fog switch is turned on, he will this switch will turn on, you will output a signal. Then the fog lamp will working. So this is the phone fog lamp switch. If we close and this J1 plus 1 pin will receive a ground signal, then our processors will know, okay, right now I need to output a signal to phone fog lamp to make the phone fog lamp light on. So the rest logic is more easy. So the most difficult part is for the starting system. I already show you, and then I want to introduce to you our King-Long diagram, King-Long harness diagram. So our King-Long our King-Long wire harness diagram is from a different part. For example, there are some part like a chassis, like instrument. Wait a second, I'll show you.